Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. Title: On our anniversary my wife tried to kiss me. Sorry, I don't want to taste your lover, I said. Her lips hovered inches from mine, trembling slightly. The candlelight flickered across her face, softening every lie she had ever told. She leaned closer, whispering my name like a plea, like an apology that hadn't yet found its words. But I stepped back. My voice broke through the fragile silence between us. Sorry, I said quietly, each word cutting through the air. I don't want to taste your lover. Her eyes widened. For a heartbeat I thought she might deny it, laugh it off, pretend she didn't understand. But the faint tremor in her lower lip betrayed her before any words could. The sound of the wind outside filled the silence that followed. The restaurant's romantic playlist carried on, oblivious to the collapse of everything we once were. A slow, melancholic song hummed through the speakers as the waiter, sensing something tense, discreetly backed away. Daniel, she whispered, her voice cracking. Please not here. Why not? I asked, keeping my tone even. We had dinner reservations. You got dressed up. You even wore the perfume he likes, didn't you? She blinked rapidly, her composure faltering. That's not fair. No, I said, lowering my gaze to the untouched glass of champagne between us. Neither is cheating. The first sign I realized now had been months ago. Little things. Late texts from a coworker. Lingering smiles when her phone buzzed. A new lock screen pattern. At first I convinced myself it was nothing. After all, we'd been married 6 years. We had built a life together. People drift sometimes, I told myself. Maybe she was just bored. Maybe I was just paranoid. But the distance between us grew in small, quiet ways. The way she turned away from me in bed. The way her laughter sounded different when she thought I wasn't listening. Then one night, while she was in the shower, her phone lit up on the nightstand. A message from someone named Mark. I didn't touch it. I didn't need to. The preview alone was enough to shatter me. Last night was worth every risk. I sat on the edge of the bed, the steam from the bathroom drifting under the door, carrying the faint scent of her vanilla shampoo. My hands shook. I could hear the water running, her humming softly, unaware that everything had changed. When she came out, towel wrapped around her, she smiled and asked if I wanted to watch something together. I said yes. I pretended nothing had happened. Because that's what love does when it's dying. It clings to denial like a drowning man to driftwood. Tonight was supposed to be our anniversary. She had made reservations at the same restaurant where we'd first met. She wanted to rekindle things. I went along. As we sat across from each other, I kept replaying the last few weeks in my mind. The sudden change in her moods. The random guilt-driven kindness. The night she cried for no reason and said she was just tired. I wanted to believe she still loved me. I wanted to believe that maybe, somehow, we could fix what she had broken. But then she reached across the table, her hand brushing mine, and I felt the disgust rise in my throat like bile. That was when I said it. The line that had been burning in my chest since the moment I saw that text. Sorry. I don't want to taste your lover. Now sitting here, her eyes glistened with unshed tears. Daniel, it wasn't supposed to happen. I didn't plan it. You were so distant. I felt invisible. I laughed bitterly. So you fixed that by becoming visible to someone else? She winced. Please, don't twist it. It wasn't just about him. It was about how I felt with you. You stopped looking at me like you used to. And you stopped being someone worth looking at, I said quietly. The words hit her like a slap. She covered her mouth, shaking her head. You don't mean that. I do, I said, my voice barely above a whisper. Because I meant every promise I ever made to you. I meant forever. I meant loyalty. You meant convenience. She reached for me again, but I stood. The chair scraped loudly against the floor, drawing glances from nearby tables. I didn't care. Where are you going? She asked, her voice breaking. Home, I said. Or whatever's left of it. When I got back, the house felt colder. The photographs on the walls stared at me like ghosts of a life that had never really existed. Her laughter echoed faintly from memories I couldn't kill. The smell of her perfume still lingered in the air, mixed with something sharp and sour regret. I poured myself a glass of whiskey and sat on the couch, staring at the framed photo of us from our wedding day. She was radiant. I was hopeful. We were both liars in our own ways. My phone buzzed. A message from her. Please come back. We can talk. I made a mistake. I stared at it for a long time. Then another message followed. He doesn't matter. It was just once. I love you. I typed a reply, deleted it, then typed again. My fingers hesitated over the words I'd been wanting to say all night. Once was enough. I hit send. The minutes dragged. Then my phone rang. Her name flashed across the screen. I let it ring. Again. And again. Finally I answered. She was crying. Daniel, please. Don't throw everything away over one mistake. You threw it away the second you said yes to him. I was weak, she whispered. I thought he cared. I didn't think you did anymore. There was a long pause. Do you love him? I asked. She didn't answer. And that silence was my answer. I hung up. A knock came at the door 20 minutes later. I opened it to find her standing there, soaked from the rain, mascara running down her face. I can't lose you, she said, stepping forward. Please. I'll do anything. For a second I almost believed her. But then I remembered the text. The lies. The taste of betrayal in every kiss she'd given me since. You already did, I said softly. She grabbed my hand, pressing it to her chest. You still love me. I know you do. Maybe I do, I said. But love doesn't always mean forgiveness. Her grip loosened. She took a step back, trembling. So that's it. I nodded. That's it. She looked at me one last time, her lips parting as if to say something, anything, but no words came. Then she turned and walked into the rain, her figure fading into the darkness. I closed the door and leaned against it, breathing in the silence. The pain was sharp, but there was clarity in it. For the first time in months I felt something real. Freedom. And in that painful stillness I realized that sometimes love doesn't die in a fight. It dies quietly. The moment you stop tasting the truth. You said. Don't use title and story always, please.